Welcome, Joe. Welcome to Sydney. It's great to have you here.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. It sounds like the conference was a huge success.
It did. I think we surprised some people, and we sent many away with some excitement about content marketing and hopefully a couple takeaways.
Great. So you're going to bring it back?
Definitely. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I think that there's a lot to go here from a content marketing strategy standpoint, but the excitement is there. You could tell that people are going to take what they learned back to the office, and I think probably the most important thing, they need that networking to meet with people that are struggling with the same things, because these publishing skills we're learning that marketing people don't know how to do them, so we need some help.
Right. Good. Well, we look forward to welcoming you back.
Thank you.
And as you know, our business is all about financial services. So one of my questions to you is, if you're a financial services CEO and you are thinking about content marketing, what are the main commercial reasons that you would want to adopt that approach?
When we talk to senior level marketers or CEOs, we always ask them, how do you behave when you're making a buying decision? What do you do? What's the process that you go through? That's really all it takes. Because then they realize, oh, well, I'm going online, I'm talking to my friends, I'm checking my smartphone, I'm reading the magazine. You're basically engaging in many different forms of content. Google tells us before we make a buying decision that's over 10 different pieces of content. We're inundated with information. What we've learned is that consumers aren't pushing away information, they're pushing away information that doesn't pertain to them, that they're not interested in. We're being more selective. So we're engaging in more information than ever before. And we're also pushing away more advertising because there's so much really good information to help us. Why do we need any of that advertising or sponsorship? It's not that advertising doesn't work. It only works for a very small portion of the buying cycle. So what about all the other times when your consumer customers are looking for information, trying to educate themselves so they can make a proper buying decision? Normally that was reserved for media companies. Newspapers, magazines, television. I'm going to tell you, here's what's going on in the market, here's how you can make a buying decision. Well, now there are no barriers to entry for any companies, financial services included, that we can create our own valuable, compelling, and relevant content in multiple channels, any channel that you can imagine, and deliver trusted solutions to customers so that when they are ready to buy, they will buy from you. The challenge for all companies, including financial services companies, is that this is more publishing than marketing, and we're not used to that. So all the things we've learned in the past from marketing, they're not going away, but we've got all these new skills that we have to learn. So it's a challenge from that respect. I think the thing is that we have to do all the other things, plus we have to do content marketing as well. And since we haven't done it in the past, we've got a little ways to go.
I was going to ask you about the skills that CEOs should be thinking about developing in their organisations in order to do content well. You've touched on some of them, but can you explain a little bit more about what those new skill sets might be?
It's interesting. I talked to a rather large company in the States the other day, and they make it mandatory for anyone in their marketing communications or PR department to do a creative story. So you're thinking, wow, that's interesting. Marketing people never had to actually tell a story or write a story. Storytelling is so needed in the organization because traditionally marketers, well, companies are horrible storytellers. We're really good at saying, look at me over here, I'm very important, and you need to buy my stuff now, but we're ignoring that now because we can, because we have information device, a smartphone, tablet, whatever, at our disposal, get any information that we want to. Now we have to tell better stories because people like stories, they want to engage in stories, they want to be entertained, they want to be informed. We now have to move and say, look, we can't just distract them. We have to give them amazing information. And to do that, we have whole new skill sets in our organization. I think from storytelling as well, we better really understand analytics and what our customers are doing on our sites, what they're doing off sites, because we have to have a better understanding of their pain points. What's keeping them up at night? What are those informational needs? And we need to satisfy those just like media companies have been doing for centuries.
Right. Joe, from a CEO's point of view, what do you think are the top metrics they should be measuring and acting on?
I have a little bit of different take when it comes to the metrics answer. I come from a publishing background. What I want to know is, what do consumers do that engage in my content versus those that don't engage in my content? I'll give you an example from what we do. We know that someone that subscribes to our electronic newsletter that's daily helpful information, we know that they are more likely to buy from us, they are more likely to come to our events, and when they do, they spend more. So if I'm a CEO, I'm like, wow, if I can get amazing content in front of my customers at the right time in different formats, they're going to be better customers. That's all I need to know as a CEO. How do I make better customers? And we know for a fact that if you look at there's all kinds of Google Analytics metrics you can put to it, but that subscription metric is the main one. And if you can show the difference, which you can now because we have the data, makes all the difference in the world.
Joe, that's gold. That's all I need to know as a CEO. Thank you very much. That's great.
Thank you.